I'm sorry. My mic was off. So, got to pay attention to every little thing here. Uh, so I'm glad to be back. And what I was saying that I'm very, very grateful for all that you have sent me in terms of energy and love and healing prayers. It's really been remarkable, the feeling of energy that comes in when you do that. Thank you very much. So you were asking what had happened. And I was saying that it was a long-term, an ongoing process of various tests, annual checkups, et cetera, and they found out that my heart was weakening over the years. I had 22 years ago, I had a triple bypass heart surgery, uh, which is only supposed to last 10 or 15 years, and you have to get another one. But fortunately for me, infinite intelligence has kept me very clear in terms of the longevity of my triple bypass graftings as they were. And in this recent test, they told me that they were like new, that it was after I had just gotten that operation. So I know that the work I've been doing with Spirit has kept me in a very clear state in terms of maintaining the integrity of the triple bypass that I experienced 22 years ago. But on the other hand, because I haven't been exercising, because I've been uh, very sedentary, because I'm at the computer a lot, my heart has been weakening. And uh, an angiogram that I had last week, last Tuesday, uh, showed that a couple of things were wrong. One, my ejection fraction, which it's called the EF factor, and that was at 35%. Now the EF, the ejection fraction, is the amount of blood that your heart pushes out when it pumps. Normal is between 50 and 70. I was down to 35. If you get to 35 and below, then you're right on the verge of death. You're on the verge of heart failure. So they knew they had to do something there. Additionally, the the left wall of my heart was uh, giving extra beats. That is, that it was sort of trembling and not pumping. It was making moves, but it wasn't pushing anything through. That's called fibrillation. So they felt they had to put in something that would shock it back into steady pumping. So what they decided to do was install for me a pacemaker and a defibrillator. So I have a dual-purpose computer in my body now. Uh, and what they did was they cut a little slit in up here, and they installed it with again watching on the fluoroscope. They pushed the wires down into my heart, into different parts of my heart. So now I'm electrified, if you will. Uh, I have an electric personality. One of the things that this thing does is it forces both sides of the heart to beat at the same time, which is what our hearts are supposed to do. Both sides beating at the same time. Uh, in my case, one side was beating, but the other side was delaying or fibrillating. It was making moves, but it wasn't really doing anything. So now with the pacemaker, both sides of my heart are beating at the same time. And just in case it slips into that mode again of fibrillation and extra heartbeats, the defibrillator will shock it back into normality. So I'm feeling good about that. I'm feeling good about the what they were able to do in that few days that I was in the hospital. I did not expect to be out that long, but it was something that is going to keep me alive. And I looked at it as sort of a rebirth because one of the things I was experiencing was fatigue, uh, shortness of breath, especially in climbing stairs, and the swelling of my feet and legs. So they'd been giving me a diuretic, a water pill to reduce the swelling. All of those are indicators that your heart is weak, that your heart is not beating properly, that it's not causing the circulation that is necessary to keep your body functioning properly. So the swollen feet and the shortness of breath uh, and the extra fatigue uh, were all indicators that something was going on that I needed to take care of. And so those tests did that for me. Now, uh, what it means is that I'm probably not going to drop dead. The doctor, when after installing the defibrillator and the pacemaker, said it's going to be more difficult for you to die now. And I can appreciate that because we've got lots of work to do, lots of work. Uh, my mission, as you already know, is to create, help to create or develop, help to develop spiritual warriors who are going to be very instrumental in turning this world around because we are in desperate shape. And it's something that we need to do. We've all come here for that purpose. We've come here to be together, to work together in order to become the warriors that we were born to be. But let me make a couple of comments regarding this health thing, this heart health thing. I think it's important for me to do that because I've had the unfortunate experience of losing one of my cousins a week ago, 2 weeks ago, who also had swelling of the feet and legs, shortness of breath, and fatigue. They told her that she should go to the hospital, but she chose not to. Why would she choose not to? Well, that's a good question. One, I think we have this fear of going to the hospital, especially black people, of not being treated well in hospitals. Two, of fear of the operations. You know, are they going to have to cut open my chest? I thought they would have to cut open my chest to do the installation of the pacemaker, but no, it's just a slit up here at the top of your shoulder, and then they do it with the imaging machinery, and it's all very or minimally intrusive, minimally intrusive. Uh, so the other point is that we need, if we get the indication that we've got a heart problem, we need to take care of it because there's so much more to be done. And the onset of death can happen so quickly. I lost my ex-wife last year who had heart failure just a couple of days before she was supposed to go in for the treatment. It just hit her in her sleep, and she was gone. I remember I had a friend who, even at the age of 85, he was still angry at his father, who had died when he was 11 years old. His father had died of a heart attack and left him because they were supposed to go out and play baseball. And his father just dropped dead. So dropping dead is something that can still happen to us, but we've got so many resources, so many medical resources available to us that we can avoid dropping dead. We can avoid putting ourselves under that kind of stress because there is help, and the help is not highly intrusive. We don't have to get cut open. We don't have to undergo major surgery. It happens. It's almost an outpatient procedure. So it's something that we can get involved with to get our health back and move on. So if you got shortness of breath, if you've got your feet and your legs are swelling, or if you're just plain tired, then definitely consider doing something about it, because we need you. We need you. We need you. Please click on the thumbs up button or subscribe. So, as I say, get a checkup. Don't be afraid. Know that you have the power to change your situation, to change your life. Also, I haven't been idle during this time. Uh, One of the advantages of being in a hospital bed with waiting for these procedures to be done is you got a lot of spare time. And since I meditate, I had some very interesting conversation with infinite intelligence. And so I'm going to be sharing those with you in the upcoming broadcast. Things I've learned, things I've been able to see as I was being shown various lessons while in that state of meditation, while in the hospital. So infinite intelligence is still at work, and we continue to gain from it. So I look forward to sharing that with you in the upcoming broadcast. In the meantime, please click on the button, the thumbs up button, and I'd like to go out with a prayer. We're going to do a short one here today. I'm going to go out with a prayer. Thank you. Thank you, infinite intelligence. Thank you for bringing us all together in this life so that we may join in the work that we've come here to do. Thank you, infinite intelligence, for bringing us into this space of awareness and a deeper understanding of ourselves and our relationship to life and to infinite intelligence. We open our minds and our hearts to the truth of our being. We are the children of God. We are individualized expressions of infinite intelligence. And because we are part of the greater whole, we are beginning to understand our value to the continuity of life on this planet. We are important aspects of that. And we are beginning to understand our role in the continuity of life on this planet. As channels of your power, infinite intelligence, we can feel your presence within ourselves and within our lives. We know that as we feel your presence within our lives every day, we will rise because we are no longer cut off from you by being immersed in fear and anger and pain. So we are now restoring our connection through the grace of forgiveness, knowing that as we learn to forgive ourselves and as we learn to forgive those around us, that our connections to you will grow stronger and our lives will grow happier and healthier and more prosperous. And for this, we are truly grateful. Thank you. Thank you. As above, so below. As within, so without. And so it is. Amen. Again, I am Rev Andrew Bozeman, and this has been On the Wings of Your Mind.